What's going on, YouTube? We are going to be installing the latest round of parts to the 21 Road Glide. I've got a brand new tour pack. It's not a high quality one. I went with what I can afford for now. If this one gives me problems, I'll take it off, send it back to them, and just wait until I can afford Advan Black, or probably be Advan Black. All right, let's get started. All right, so I just got this thing out of the box. Fingerprints are all over it. What I'm noticing right off the bat, there's a lot of holes in it. Yes, those holes are supposed to be there for this is for a light bar. It's got holes for speakers. I will not be putting speakers on, so that kind of sucks. I'm gonna guess that's for wiring. And there's holes right along there. That's for another light. I hadn't planned on doing lights right away. I may wait till I can afford custom dynamics and get a nice smoke. Well, when they come out with it, because they haven't come out with it yet. Get a nice smoked one-piece tail light. Or Harley's got the new one that looks like a tail light for a Dodge Durango or a Charger. So let's go ahead and open it up. Comes with a retractable tether, more than I expected. These look like they might cover the speaker holes. And it comes with 3 keys. So let's go ahead and get the, oh, it does come with a liner. I didn't think it did, but it does come with a liner. It'll need screwed down, it looks like. Maybe there's some hardware in the box I missed. So yeah, let's get started with that. Here's the backrest, and I just noticed that I don't see any holes to mount it, but there is holes for everything else. And there's no holes for the rack to set on top. But it feels kind of cheap, which for under $400 I expected kind of cheap, but I really expected there to be holes. So I'm going to look inside the lid, see if there's any markings. Let's go ahead and do that. Well, don't know how well you all can see it. There's those 2 spots there. So I think that's probably where the holes go, or one of the top one. There's a couple markings in the corners. Maybe that's where they're going to go. We'll find out here in a little bit before I start drilling any holes. All right, on, well, in the same box as the back pad, is the steel plate. There's the plate that sits in the bottom of the tour pack. And in this box, we have the luggage rack that mounts to the top. There's the hardware for it. I just seen the hardware for the, there's the hardware for the metal plate. And there is the quick detach rack. I already have it sitting on the bike just because I wanted to see how tight it was. And it feels decent. So let's get going, shall we? All right, so I've checked these holes, or the spots where the holes should be, and that is where I need them at for the now y'all can see, for the backrest. So we're gonna drill small pilot holes from the inside and then turn around and drill the outside with the correct diameter. I'm horrible at this stuff. All right, so I have just an 1/8 inch drill bit. I'm going to try and get centered. She's not perfect, but she's there. All right, now let's go ahead and close this. And we can drill it from the outside. With a, all right, we'll do the one size fits all. I want to go ahead and do this side, or the middle first. And my drill kind of sucks. If I would have known I was going to be drilling into this, I would have brought my high dollar Milwaukee from work. Hey, right size. So let's mark that. We went to 7/16. All right, for this bottom one, I can actually go one size smaller, it looks like. I just love the smell of ABS plastic. And I guess it's kind of a correction. The drill doesn't suck, it's just the batteries. All right, so there's that. Yeah. You know what, before we actually mount the backrest on here, we're going to get this mounted on the bike. And playing this stuff out better than I do, people. One last bolt to put in. Yeah, tighten them all down. All right, so these are a 10mm nut and a Phillips head screwdriver, which I did not grab from the toolbox. Like I said, plan out that better than I do. All right, I just want to snug this up for now, because I still got to put it on the bracket if I want it. Okay, so I got all these snugged up. I'm gonna crack them loose. I want this thing sitting back. In the slots. Okay. Now let's get it on the bike and we'll be able to actually tighten stuff down. There. Now she's on. Temporarily. Well, she's on. Probably gonna stay on there for a while. But now we got to tighten up the bolts that mount it and mount the backrest and the damn thing. Oh, the luggage rack, that's what it is. All right, so there's the rack mounted, tight, not gonna go anywhere. Now we need to put the liner back in, which the liner's not gonna fit now properly, because I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It does have a spot for the rail to set in. But we'll conquer that problem later. We'll also mount the tether correctly. So let's get the backrest on and see where we go from there. All right, so I did a few things without you. I removed the latch and put it back on using the same four screws through the liner. I went ahead and tightened up mounted and tightened up the backrest. Camera was getting hot, so I wanted to give it a rest, but I didn't want to quit on my project. Up next is contacting the company and seeing about getting a different liner, because I don't want to go without a liner for the sound deadening, and see about getting a diff liner without the embossed part for the rail that runs around there. And if I can't get it, I guess I will run without the plate. And I need to see if my luggage rack will fit in it, on it. And where I need to drill holes at to mount it. Okay, it appears that these are marked as well. Right there. That one's harder to see. So let's get to doing that. Figure out what size hole I need to drill. Okay, so I did something else without you this time, but not on purpose. The camera didn't record. But I drilled an 1/8 inch pilot hole from the inside to mount this luggage rack on the back. Now I'm gonna step it up to a, I believe it's a 1/4 inch. We'll do a 15/64 and get it on there, see what happens. All right, you are recording still, right? Okay, so this has plastic cups that sit on here, one for each. Like so. Get your hardware, dummy. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and step up the drill bit to a 1/4. All right, so I finally got the rack mounted on. I took one bolt back out so y'all can see what I had to do. I had to egg out the 2 front holes a little bit. I don't know if it's the rack that is wrong or if the holes were marked wrong, and that was what my problem was. So there's that. I think that's going to do it for today's video. I do need to get a light coming because that's got to be hidden. There's way too many holes. I don't know if you guys are actually looking there. That big hole's what's got me worried about water getting in. But as a little addendum to the end here, I do not recommend this. The link will not be in the description at all. Just save your money. Buy the more expensive Advan Black. About the only thing I liked out of this was the quick detach mount. It was built pretty heavy. That's going to do it for today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share the video, hit the bell notification, all the things. So, yeah. Have a good one. Take care. Bye.